Good evening. This is Livestream, the show where you can join in because this is your space. You can send us videos, call in on the number that will be shown through the show. So, what's today's episode about? Well, you might have been wondering what the controversy over this company, Cambridge Analytica, is. Well, it is basically about how Facebook data is being used by the company to profile you based on what you comment, put up, or say. Yeah, think about it. We all do post a lot. And then they understood which way you lean, right or left, or do you sit on the fence? Are you, for example, a BJP or a Congress voter or a fence sitter? And then based on that understanding, they send you targeted messages to alter your thinking or persuade you one way or the other. The entire global controversy broke when a British TV news channel, Channel 4 News, did an undercover sting operation and filmed the senior executives at this data mining company, Cambridge Analytica, including its CEO, Alexander Nix, suggesting the firm could use misinformation and more to try and help political candidates win votes around the world. Now, Cambridge Analytica allegedly utilized this system to basically send out targeted messages for political campaigns of Donald Trump and even the Brexit vote. Now, it's become a big deal right here in India because the BJP and the Congress have allegedly used the Indian arm of this same company, Cambridge Analytica, for election purposes. Both have denied it, alleging the other has used it. But here is the reality. With or without Cambridge Analytica, political parties are using your Facebook data to shape their campaign messaging, send you, the voter, a targeted message. So far, legally speaking, there is really nothing illegal about it. But the question we're asking is, are you okay with your Facebook data being used by political parties? Whatever your answer is, call in now and our guests will answer your questions or discuss your statements. Now, who are my guests? Well, the BJP's voice of sorts from India Foundation, we have Rajat Sethi, who has co-authored a book on the BJP's rise in the Northeast, Ankit Lal from the AAP, but perhaps somebody who has managed the entire social media campaign of Arvind Kejriwal's party and has written a book, India Social, how social media is leading the charge and changing the country. And Rohan Gupta also, who handled the social media campaign of the Congress in the Gujarat elections. As we wait for your calls, my first question is to all of you as citizens, the guests that are here. Ankit, perhaps you can, as a neutral voice, try and answer this question. Are you okay with your Facebook data being used by political parties?
I'm totally not okay with my Facebook data being used in any manner, be it by political parties or otherwise. Why should my Facebook be profiled to segment me into something and then be used by some company or political party to do targeted messaging? I'm not okay with that at all.
But it is happening, you admit that?
Exactly, it is happening, and it is happening in multiple formats, and format that should be disturbing as well as very, very scary for all of us.
Okay. Well, Rohan is also here from the Congress. Rohan, in Gujarat, as I understand, you were there, I was there during the elections. It was very clear that there was an entire team of both parties basically monitoring what's happening on Facebook and then forming their message according to that, correct?
Yeah. See, basically the question here is using individuals' data without consent of that person. See, campaigning, when you campaign on social media, you need not have that particular person's data and do the campaign. I think that's fine with any political party. Here the point is giving the data to any social media platform and using that data without that person's or that individual's permission.
But that's what's happening. They don't know when you're watching what's happening on Facebook. Yeah. They don't know you're watching their campaign or their profile.
There's a difference here. Okay. One is when you say targeted messaging, when you are going to send the message, you know that person is below 40. Okay. He is living in this place. Okay. His ideology is this, and then you are doing. I think that without individuals' information, I don't think that is correct.
Okay, Rajat, I'll just come to you, but we're getting a caller right now. Kunal, I want to go to him first. So, Kunal from Delhi, thanks so much for calling in. What do you have to say?
Yeah, my question is, like, if a company like Facebook's data can be used by political parties, what about the data, our financial data and other data that we give to the banks and other government offices? That can be also be used by any political party or any other organization, like a bank pins to generate a bank pin, ATM pins and everything. Those are the main data which we give, like a name, address, date of birth and all that. Is that also safe in this right now or not?
Okay, Ankit, I know wants to answer that, but I'm going to go to Rajat first. Rajat, you might want to take that on even as you answer a personal question of your own. Are you okay with your Facebook data being used by political parties?
Well, my fundamental problem with this entire incident of Cambridge Analytica is that my data is being stolen from me without informing me and has crossed the borders and has feasted in the hands of a company which has been controlling, manipulating Trump's campaign, which was primarily being orchestrated on by the Russian forces. My problem, and a deep-seated problem, is that the Congress was in discussion with such a party which was clandestinely acquiring our data, and it could have ended up in anyone's hand. It could have ended up in Chinese hands, in Pakistan's hand. And I'm telling you, the main problem is not this. If you have followed Trump's campaign, riots were organized by capturing data, creating Facebook events at one specific location in Texas. And in that location, both the supporters of Black Lives Matter and All Lives Matter were put in the same place by creating a Facebook event. And the data was being used by the Russian forces and they were collected by the same level of breach. And a social unrest unfolded in that place. My bigger problem is that if this company decides to sell this data to forces in China and in Pakistan, who would be responsible?
Okay, that's, you're taking the debate somewhere I don't want to go. We're asking a very simple question. You didn't answer that. You didn't answer that question that Kunal had asked. The question that Kunal had asked, I'll come to you. So I want to let you respond to what he said first.
Yeah, quickly. See, first of all, the way he spoke about Congress being into discussion. Now the same company.
Rajat, one person please. 1 sec. Rohan, go ahead.
It's totally shameful on part of BJP to talk on this issue, as it's a clear-cut, attempt to divert attention from 39 people's death in Iraq. But my point here is, just let me complete, Rajat. I was not speaking when you were talking. Let me finish, Mr. Rajat. If it's a political debate, I will act accordingly. And if it is a different debate, I don't think so. This is the way we can do this.
Okay, I am going to go to a video call. No, I'm going to go to a video caller so that both of you cool down. I am going to go to a video caller. Let's go to that video caller who's calling right now. Let's go to him.
I honestly wonder why the government is conspiring to destroy one's privacy. The basic right that I would expect from our government or any citizen would is the basic right to privacy. Let alone a political party, I wouldn't like to be spied upon by anyone close to me or my family for that matter.
Well, I hope my family is not spying on me. Thanks so much for that, Likla from Delhi. All right, we have a caller also, Rahul Joshi. I know both of you have your hands up, but Rahul Joshi is calling from Gurugram. Rahul, go ahead.
Yeah, so my question is quite simple. So we are targeting Facebook data, which is a non-state actor from that perspective. Whereas our state itself is asking us to link all our day-to-day life, right from our mobile phones to our vehicles to our bank accounts to Aadhaar. And who guarantees that this data is not going to get used or misused by the state or the non-state actors?
Well, the Aadhaar CEO today has guaranteed to the Supreme Court just that. You want to respond to that, Rahul?
Yeah, so so Supreme Court has said today itself that Aadhaar card should be, Aadhaar data has to be used for subsidized subsidized accounts or what are subsidies given by the government, right? Now, when I use my mobile phone, where is the subsidy there?
Okay, look, this is a debate specifically about Facebook, and I get your point about Aadhaar, and I'm going to let Ankit respond to both our callers about the financial system and Aadhaar. Go ahead.
Well, there's something very interesting. A friend from India Foundation, he talked about riots being orchestrated, and when somebody affiliated to the BJP in some manner talks about riots being orchestrated, it's very, very interesting for me. First of all, let me respond. Let me
just say, Rajat, on the debate. Let him finish. The issue of sovereignty. What has your policy, your official policy been on this issue? You can't just shy away from this issue.
Okay, Rajat.
Because you are in clandestine combined with the Congress.
Rajat,
do not try to bring in very personal issues here.
The only thing I'll request you, Rajat, is to please let one person finish and then you can speak. I will give you your time. Don't worry about that. So try not to interrupt.
He can't talk illegal stuff without having the authority to do so. If he's making a statement like that, let him. His own bosses are being dragged into the courts.
With all due respect, Rajat, you're not an authority to decide whether he is an authority. So can I just request you to be? Okay, just calm down. Just calm down. I will give you your time to speak, but if you're going to continue to speak over other people, nobody is going to be heard. Can we just calm down? I'll come to you and I will give you your space and you can respond to what he says and you can say exactly what you just said. Ankit, go ahead.
Sure. So coming back to Aadhaar, it is very, very well known that more than 200 government websites leaked Aadhaar data at various points of time. So I don't think Aadhaar data is secure in any manner. Coming back to the point that was being made about foreign countries having some kind of control. See, we live in a very well-connected world. There's example of Estonia data being hacked by Russia over the removal of a bronze statue. The entire country, which is a very small country, Estonia is a very small country, came to a standstill for 6 months. Now, it's a global case study as to how databases can be used to bring countries to a standstill. That is one aspect. But combine the banking data with electoral data, with Aadhaar data, with the social media data, usage data that we have, and you have a monster in your hands.